Hey, how's it going? So fall is upon us. It is happening. And so I have some very ripe bananas that really need to get used. I mean, they're kind of like questionably ripe, some of them. Yikes. I think it's time to make some banana pumpkin bread. So here we go. So we're pulling out the old stand mixer for this. When I say old, this was my grandmother's. And look at the plug. They don't make these anymore. Kind of weird. Anyway, it still works, thankfully. I have not broke this yet. Yeah, so we're gonna do it in the stand mixer. If you don't have a stand mixer, you can do it by hand. And you could also just use a hand blender. Whoa. So these bananas are super overripe, but I don't think that they're bad to use. I think that they're fine. I've actually I saw a chef use bananas that were like this ripe for a banana cream pie, and she swears by it. So I'm gonna try using them. So I'm gonna mash these up into the bowl. You need 1 cup of mashed banana, which I kind of like in this recipe, that it goes by cups rather than being like 2 bananas, because who knows what size banana, you have. Okay, so we have all of our ingredients measured out here. We're gonna start with creaming our shortening and sugar. So we got our shortening, and this is a 1/2 cup. If you didn't want to use shortening, which a lot of people don't, I think you could totally use oil. Then we're gonna go in with our sugar. So this is 1.5 cups of just regular sugar. And we'll blend this up. And you want to do this until it's light and kind of airy and creamy. All right, that's pretty good. And then we will add 1 egg at a time. So you want to let it fully incorporate before you add the next egg. Two eggs. Okay, so that looks good. So after the eggs, we're gonna add our 1 cup of mashed banana. This ended up taking the 3 kind of smaller, really ripe bananas. Then we'll add our pumpkin. This is 3/4 cup of pumpkin. Then we're gonna add our vanilla. So we're going to add in 1 teaspoon. Vanilla is like liquid gold lately. The price has really gone up. It's kind of crazy. So there we go. So we're gonna blend this up. And we'll probably do a couple scrapes. So you want this to be well incorporated before we end up adding the flour, because you really do not want to be over mixing this once you add the flour. That looks great. I'm just going to scrape it. It smells really good. Okay. So next we need to add our, this is our baking soda, baking powder, and salt. 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 3/4 teaspoon baking soda, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And I use Morton's kosher salt. So we'll add that in. We'll add in our flour now. Just gonna mix until it's most of the flour is incorporated. I'm gonna add my nuts now on low. These have been coated in a little bit of that flour. Then we're done. That's it. You don't want to go much further than that. So I am going to take it out of here, and then I will just do a couple folds by hand just to make sure it's all well incorporated. I think I've made this about 5 or 6 times in the last few months. So we like it. We like it a lot. Yeah, we look good. All right. Now we're gonna add it to our pre-greased and floured tin. So I totally forgot that both of my loaf pans are currently occupied with homemade ice cream in the freezer. So I need to figure out what the heck I'm going to do with this. Put it somewhere else. So this is a really awesome loaf pan I got not too long ago off of Amazon, made in the USA. And it has kind of a rigid non-stick coating on the inside of it, which really helps with, you know, making sure that your stuff doesn't stick. That said, just for extra insurance, I'm going to still butter and flour it. Because I will be sad if there's a problem getting it out. Okay, greased. Then you just want to take a little flour and you just kind of bang it around. Let's see. Kind of oddly satisfying. Because you know something delicious is coming. I'm gonna bang out the excess in the trash can. So now we are ready to pour the batter in. Do you call it a batter or a mixture? I don't know. Okay, so you just want to evenly distribute in your pan. And then I like to do kind of a V in the middle. Ready to go into the oven. So we will put this in our oven in the middle rack, or the middle of the oven, for about 1 hour. Hey Siri, set timer for 1 hour.
Okay, 1 hour and counting.
Hi, Summit. Hi. Okay, so we're ready to take it out. Oh, look at that. So I just took it out of the oven. Looks awesome. You can see where that little indent is down the middle. That's where we kind of used the spatula to make a little indent before we baked it. So it looks awesome. It smells amazing. And I'm gonna let it cool for a little bit, probably for at least an hour. And then we'll cut into it and I'll show you the inside before we taste it. Okay, so I made James and I a piece with butter on it.
Looks
Yeah.
good. That looks good.
Are you excited?
Yes.
I know you're full.
I am. I'm full. I just had a big dinner. But this is like cake. So always room for cake.
Okay, ready? Oh, four. Mmm.
Very moist.
You normally don't even have it with butter, I think.
Oh, something. What was it? It was banana and pumpkin.
And pecan.
I don't really taste the pumpkin. It's
subtle, but
yeah,
it's like
so
different.
It just tastes like
It
banana bread to me, but that's my favorite. So who cares?
I can taste it. It doesn't taste like a straight up banana bread. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day.